Hello everybody, welcome to another one. Today got another fantastic episode for you. I'm a little sore. I've been training really hard, trying to get back into wrestling shape, so trying to really concentrate on my health this year. And happy Lunar New Year to all the people who celebrate out there. I got a fantastic fortune already. This is your fondest dreams will come true within this year. So pretty awesome. I can't wait to hopefully make those dreams come true. Everything from being really good shape, back into wrestling shape, and also growing this channel. Anyways, without further ado, let's check out this episode of what I want to talk about. And that is the Evercade, the fantastic Evercade. It has some pretty cool nostalgic games on it. Pretty interesting games. And we checked out last week the unboxing of the unit, checking it out and checking out the games that I did pick up for it. Now my buddy has a bunch of games, so he let me borrow some, and I'm going to be covering those because I don't have many yet. But the first game we're going to be looking at is the Atari Lynx Collection 2. So there must be an Atari Lynx Collection 1, but this is the second one. And each one of these games I looked ahead of time. They have 8 games on them, so we're going to be checking that out. So you get with the Collection 2 8 games from the Atari Lynx. And this is the Technos Collection 1. Now it looks like these are all console games. So 8 console games from Technos on, it looks like Nintendo NES and Super Nintendo. Maybe some other systems in there, so we'll check that out. And last but not least is the Technos Arcade Collection. Now this is their arcade games. This is Arcade 1, so I don't know if there's an Arcade 2 out yet, or if they released one, but this is the Arcade 1 version, and it also has 8 games on it. So, without further ado, sit back and let's check it out. Okay, so the first game on my list is Blue Lightning. This is the Atari Lynx Collection, so pretty fantastic game. Reminds me of a slower pace Afterburner on a handheld, but it's a pretty decent job for what it is. It was definitely a product of its time and a great game for anyone who played it on the Atari Lynx. California Games. I gotta say, I never liked this one. It has BMX, surfing, half pipe, and footbag, which I like to call a hacky sack. I like the surfing the best on this. Everything else is just so-so. I'm guessing BMX is the second best game on here. Hacky sack it's just a clunky game. It hasn't aged well, and I never really liked it anyways back in the day. But here it is. Here is California Games. Some people have nostalgia for it, so it is here for you. Checkered Flag, a pole position type game. So a racing F1 racer where you race around the track. The only difference here is there are no other cars on the tracks, but it's a pretty decent game. Chips Challenge, probably the best Atari Lynx game there is. And you just go through 148 levels trying to figure out which keys open which doors and open the right ones at the right times, so you have enough keys to get through the doors. And basic premise of the game is if he can complete these puzzles, I think it's 148 of them, then he can go on a date with the girl in the computer lab. So anyways, it's a pretty decent game. Like I said, definitely a lot of fun. Slime World, another decent little game. Graphically, it's a platforming game. Kind of reminds me of Ghostbusters without ghosts. It's just you're going platforming, taking care of these slime monsters and things in Slime World. But definitely a decent little game and a lot of fun.
Number 2.
The Technos Collection 1. Double Dragon. This is the Nintendo NES version, I can tell, and it is fantastic. It is Double Dragon, so it is a lot of fun if you've played Double Dragon. Great beat 'em up. One of the, what would you say, retro brawlers. One of the better retro brawlers back in the day, and a lot of fun. I definitely like the Double Dragon collection. The Nintendo NES version wasn't good as the arcade, but still these are the console ports and pretty decent. River City Ransom, the Kunio-kun series. Now River City Ransom is a fantastic game. Many of the games in the Kunio-kun series are pretty fun, and this is no exception. Definitely an awesome game, great beat 'em up. You get to use all these different moves. You can collect coins. It has some light RPG elements and lots of weapons to use. Super Double Dragon. Now this is the Nintendo or Super Nintendo version, I should say, and plays pretty good. It's pretty solid. It's takes a little bit to get used to how the controls operate compared to other Double Dragons, but once you get used to it, it's a pretty good game and a challenging game at that. So pretty cool. Does move a little bit slower.
Number 3.
Technos Arcade Collection. Now this is pretty awesome. I really like the Technos Arcade Collection. It has some good ones on here. I would say half the games are good on here and then half are bad, but still it's worth the price. Here's Double Dragon 2 The Revenge. Now that's a messed up how they did his girlfriend like that, but she got beat up the first time. This time she got shot, killed, and you're going to get revenge for Maria. So pretty awesome game. I really like Double Dragon 2. They sped it up compared to Super Double Dragon, and it moves a lot faster, and it's a lot of fun. So Double Dragon 2 The Revenge is a pretty good game. I really like it. Now here is Double Dragon 3 The Rosetta Stone. It's on here. It's not a great game. Matter of fact, it's quite terrible. Probably the worst in the Double Dragon series. But I figured I'd show it off. It was a terrible arcade game. I don't know what happened in the graphical department. I don't even know what happened in the controls department, because everything about this game is bad, but it's here in its badness to check it out. So definitely maybe one worth to play through to torture yourself and never play it again. But it is all here in its unglory. As you can see, it's just clunky. Mat Mania, the TWF Federation, the Taito Wrestling Federation. Now this game is one of my favorite wrestling games back then. I played the heck out of this, and I could play this on 1/4 and play for hours. And literally I could play for hours on just 1/4. And it's a pretty fun little game. I definitely mastered this game. I love wrestling games, and this is a great one. So the TWF, the Taito Wrestling Federation, and this game is one of the best wrestling games in my opinion back then. So definitely awesome. Everything about this game, it's kind of like a faster moving pro wrestling. The Combat Tribes, I think that's how you say it, the Combat Tribes. Another fantastic beat 'em up, kind of like a brawler where you're in a single level and you're getting attacked by different gangs, and your job is to beat 'em up and crack heads. So pretty awesome game. I really like it. And as you can see, the graphics are great, the moves are great. You can use some weapons in this game, and there's lots of cool moves, and you've got even some body slams. Of course, you can see my favorite is cracking people's heads together. But you can like pick up motorcycles in certain stages and throw them, grab some pipes, and so on. And it's just a great game. And no game is great without a little head cracking here and there, because I really like that. Nothing better than giving them a good body slam also. So as you can see, pretty awesome game. And like I said, this collection has half the good collection of games on it. The rest are kind of not so good, but overall not bad. Anyways, that is it for this episode. I hope you liked it. As you can see, there were some interesting games on the Atari Lynx Collection 2, I believe it was. The only game that I don't like on here is California Games. Never been a fan of it, can never understand it. So let me know if you like California Games. Sorry, I just doesn't catch my eye. The Evercade Collection, or Technos Collection 1 I should say, has some interesting games. River City Ransom, Double Dragon games. So some pretty fun games on here, not bad at all. And the Technos Arcade Collection 1, Arcade 1, had some interesting games. There are a few that I don't like on here, like the Blockout or what that thing is. It's kind of funky mechanics. And whatever the motorcycle game was called. But overall, not bad. So pretty interesting games. And like I said, just be advised, the Daily Nostalgia Show is now the third Saturday of each month. So that gives me time to get stuff sent in for mail day and show it off. And the Nostalgia Minis will be every other Saturday at 9 a.m. So anyways, that is it. I hope you liked it. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and as always, have a good one. Take care, everybody. Until next time, have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Ow! My back. My back. My back.